YouTube connected. Listwithelizabeth.com. Status connected. Facebook Live connected. Rumble connected. Twitter X connected. LinkedIn connected. This is the booth. We are cleared to go live. Send the signal to the studio and go live.
List with Elizabeth show, ready to go live in 3, 2.
When you think selling and buying a home,
when I think real estate, I think List with Elizabeth.
Elizabeth Kline.
Elizabeth Ann Kline.
And here is the host of the List with Elizabeth show, Elizabeth Kline.
Hello, everybody. I am Elizabeth Ann Kline, host of the List with Elizabeth real estate show, coming at you from Northern Virginia. I work with buyers and sellers looking to buy and sell residential real estate in the local area. Love what I do, love who I work with at Samson Properties, which is going to be a huge topic of our show today. But before we get started, I truly want to thank everyone who has commented on past shows, who has reached out with questions. It is such a joy and really brings it full circle for me that, hey, I'm recording these shows and someone's actually watching out there. It's very exciting. So thank you everyone for tuning in, for coming to me with market questions, with information that's needed. I'm happy to help. Please subscribe. Please keep those comments coming. Share this with someone that may be getting ready to buy or sell a home anywhere in the country. And please feel free to reach out if you need anything at all. Today, I actually am going to be bringing on one of my favorite people. And as some of you may know, I work with a broker called Samson Properties. And Samson Properties is led by a gentleman named Donny Samson, and he is actually my guest today. So I'm super thrilled to bring him in to the studio. Hi, Donny. How are you?
Hello. How are you doing today?
Good. I am literally so excited to have you. And truthfully, to everyone out there, one of the things that is very exciting for me as an agent is that someone who actually runs our entire brokerage is setting aside, carving out time in his extremely busy schedule to be on my show. And I feel that every day being an agent with Samson, I feel seen. I feel like when I ask a question, it is answered very, very timely from, if it's not Donnie, his sidekick, Sarah. And truthfully, I've never felt that before in a brokerage. So I really, truthfully, am so excited to be at Samson. I want to just kind of share with everyone who Samson Properties is, because sometimes when I'm working with buyers or sellers, they're not really in the industry. They're sort of, coming in to chat with me, and they're kind of scratching their head going, well, what's a broker and who is Samson Properties? So today I kind of wanted to clear all that up and have it come from Donnie himself.
There you go. Well, I'm very happy to be here, and it was a pleasure to be asked and a pleasure to spend some time talking to you.
Thank you.
I also got to say the production level, and this is amazing. I was watching the intro I was like, I think I have to hire your staff on the side there. I don't know if it's just Kevin or you got other staff there, but you guys are going to start working for us and putting some stuff together. So I'm excited to be on the List with Elizabeth show and talk real estate and talk your great career in Samson Properties and how those two help each other out. So awesome stuff.
Yeah. So Donnie, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Just to start, who you are.
So I am that guy right there in the suit. I don't prefer to be that stuff, but I am the CEO and a co-owner of Samson Properties with my dad, Donny Samson. My dad started selling real estate in 1886, so almost 40 years ago. In 2000, he decided he wanted to kind of start his own company. He was like, I'll just have a couple friends and have a team, and I'll have an assistant. But it kind of grew from there. So in 2003, I got my license. So I've been doing this 21 years now, which does make me feel a little bit old, but the gray hair is starting to come in here, which is aging me as well. So in 2003, I got my license. I sold a bunch of houses for years. And 2016, I moved into leadership with my dad and became our COO. And then 2019, so 5 years ago, I took over as the CEO of Samson Properties, our sister company, Cardinal Title Group. And, my dad slowly moved into retirement. So I've been kind of in charge of the whole brokerage here for 5 years. More importantly than all of that, if you're asking about me, what makes me tick is my family. I'm married to my beautiful wife, Meredith. We're about to have our 20th wedding anniversary. So,
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
thank you.
Okay, you have something amazing planned for this, right? Spectacularly planned.
We're trying. We haven't landed the plane yet. But December will be 20 years. And we have 4 beautiful daughters. We have an 18-year-old Ava that just started at Virginia Tech. And then I have a 16-year-old, 14-year-old, and 11-year-old daughter. So those take up, when I'm not here trying to help this company go, it's those 5 ladies are most important to me. So it's that's kind of me in a nutshell. Is my daughters and my company, but
keeping you busy.
It's a lot of fun. But our brokerage has come a long way, and we'll talk more about that. But that's kind of the history of where we've come. And I think in the last couple of years, especially, we've really worked on expanding and really finding the right great people like Elizabeth and your team to kind of continue to build our reputation and our brand in such an amazing positive way. So I think those are the things that I've been really focused on these last few years, is creating a great company that can really service and help realtors thrive in this market. But that's a little bit of us. So we're family owned, which is cool. We came from little and got big. So but we still have that. We have almost 6,000 realtors today, but we still have that. Hopefully, Elizabeth said earlier you felt this, but we still have that close knit feel, but it's got a little bit bigger. But we try to keep it as close knit as possible, where everybody still cares for each other.
I think you kind of glossed over that number there, but how many agents do you have?
Yes. So we have about 5,800. I say 6,000, almost 6,000 realtors. Probably 6,000 by the time you guys, watch this in a couple weeks. Because Elizabeth, that stays current forever. So people will watch it in weeks, right? But so we have about 5,800. We have 37 offices now across our footprint. We have 20 in Virginia, 12 in Maryland, 2 in DC, and 3 in West Virginia. Is how we're kind of split up. But Northern Virginia is our home, and I know that's where you do most of your sales and business, and do a great job in Northern Virginia. But our headquarters is in Chantilly, Virginia. That's where I sit every day when I'm not flying around, driving around town, seeing everybody all over. Tomorrow I'm in Bowie, Maryland, and all over the place. But our headquarters is in Northern Virginia. We were a Northern Virginia kind of based company until probably we started to expand out into Maryland 15, 16, 17. So 6, 7, 8 years ago, Maryland, and then DC shortly after that, and then West Virginia probably about 2 years ago. What are your future plans for the company? World domination. No, I love it. No. I'm kidding. Our future plans for the company, it kind of, we'll see. I think that I think what I've done is try to be smart about. There's a lot of small brokerages that are, real estate in general has been good for the consumer, but as a brokerage model hasn't been the best couple of years, because as these interest rates have risen, the number of transactions has lowered. A lot of your viewers probably are in that, what I like to call the lock-in effect, right? They've got, they like their house fine. I would love this line. I like my house, but I love my mortgage, right? I like my house fine. I would like a new house, but I love my 2.5 or 3% mortgage payment. So I'm not as willing to move, when it was 7.5, 7, now it's 6.5, 6, getting down to the 5s. But so it's been a little bit slower time for brokerage. So we've had a lot of smaller brokers just kind of merge into us and kind of have this bigger ship that we can really serve all of our agents and kind of pool resources and make a better world for both of us. So I've kind of had a lot of mergers lately, a lot of large teams join. And I think kind of my goal has been to expand, but expand smart. If I just go open in Virginia Beach, but I can't support it, then I'm doing a disservice to our realtors and the clients that they serve. So I'm trying to make sure that I've got a good support system before I go into a new market. We're into Richmond now, and we're really growing in Richmond. But before I go to that next market, I want to make sure I can support it well. So I think we'll continue to expand. We're also licensed actually in Delaware, Pennsylvania, and Florida, but we don't have a real force there yet. We're just kind of licensed so that agents can still hang their hat there. So I think there'll be a lot of fun for the company in the future. But I think that right now my goal has been during these interesting times in the market is to stay close, stay local, and take care of the agents that we have so they can take care of their clients better.
I think that's the one thing I 100% felt when I transferred to Samson Properties. I was with a large nationally known brokerage before then, one of the RE/MAX offices.
Anniversary, right? You just passed an anniversary,
yes,
right?
1 year anniversary with Samson. Yes.
1 year we've been blessed with the clients. Very exciting.
So,
I
was with RE/MAX for over 10 years, and you don't know what you don't know. And when I was running open houses and I was meeting different agents through transactions that were with Samson Properties. So I remember very clearly there was one open house, I think 3 Samson Property agents came in, and we just started chit-chatting, and I was like, "Oh, you're with Samson." And the next one walked in, and I'm like, "Oh, you're with Samson." The next one, "You're with Samson too." Like, what's going on? So obviously you've been in a big growth phase, and every single one of those agents said, "I wish I had gone sooner." And I was like, like, well, how great could it be, really? I mean, come on, aren't they all the same? I'm with RE/MAX. Like, this is great.
Right.
I got the balloon. So, so I think shortly after that, I did a transaction with one of your broker agents, Jess Miller.
Yes.
And she was just the most delightful, professional, wonderful person to deal with. And we did have a bumpy ride on that transaction. And her and I just seamlessly got both our wonderful clients through that. And at the end of the day, I called her and I said, "Look, I've been bumping into a lot of Samson agents. I'm getting postcards in the mail from some teams trying to recruit me. I'm getting emails from this Donny Samson guy, to come to a lunch and learn. Like, what is all the hoopla?"
This guy Donnie won't leave me alone.
Yeah. No, it just, I felt like truly, when you start to tune in and pay attention, when you're seeing the same message come at you from different ways, it's only natural to, kind of want to know more. And
the phone and listen.
Justice said, "Hey, well, why don't you come see for yourself? Come to one of Donnie's lunch and learns." And I was like, "Well, that sounds good. I like lunch. I like a free lunch. I like learning. So why don't I go?" And I, grabbed my husband, Kevin, and off we went to a lunch and learn in the Alexandria office.
The funny story about that one was, not that it's off topic, but so I do a lunch and learn about every week, and it's a recruiting thing. So I've probably done 250 of them in the last 5 years. It was the one time our event coordinator had ordered food for the wrong date. It was like August 18th or September 8th. She had ordered for the wrong date. So she had no food. We're about to start. She's like, "Oh my gosh." So they ran to Wegmans and came back with, you probably didn't even know the difference, but we had no food. But 10 minutes before, she's like, "Oh no, I didn't order the food." That was the one.
So funny.
But no, and I'm glad that my plants worked. I actually knew you were doing the open house, and I sent 5 realtors in a row. No,
You did good.
I did not do that. But
I know you didn't.
and it's funny because I think that I appreciate the connection so that we can talk about how Samson Properties can help support you. But really the biggest thing with real estate is this. All of your great clients out there and customers and friends that are watching this, they hire you for List with Elizabeth. They hire you for you, whether they're going to help you buy or sell. And my job as a broker is just to provide the tools and the support to help you do that job. I don't think anybody should be hiring their realtor based on the brokerage they work for. And RE/MAX is a great brokerage and so many other great brokerages around, but that's not really what we're here for. You shouldn't be hiring because of the brokerage. I think we're great to support you, and you want to know how we support Elizabeth in a great way, but you're hiring the realtor. Every brokerage has great realtors. Every brokerage has not so great realtors, right? But to me, it's about you're hiring that person, and my job is to make Elizabeth the rock star and make sure that I can give you the tools and support that help you thrive in the market and take great care of your clients.
Yeah, and that's ultimately what I was leading to, is just that
Sorry.
the tools I have access to now are they're truly unlimited. The trainings I have access to, if I want to learn commercial real estate, it's, there's training every single week on that. There's property management. I mean, my career options are truly they're truly unlimited now. I feel that support. If I want to get licensed in Pennsylvania or Delaware, like everything is in-house. There's some of the
Well,
client
I think
benefits
that's
there
important
yeah.
because, you talk about what support does brokerage survive, but you're right. The commercial and having a property management company, in-house lenders and title renovation companies, you can go like having a huge network of almost 6,000 realtors like this and all local. Like you can go onto our Facebook group or our message boards and say, look, I need a plumber that works in Winchester and they need to whatever. And somebody's gonna be able to help you, like this, and I think that
Yes.
that's important because you can't know you're getting there probably to have a network of contractors, a network of people and resources that you can use at all times. But to have the backbone support that knows if you throw something out, you're going to have somebody to help you in a second. I think that's important, So I think that's where we also want to benefit from each other is having these great systems to be able to provide that support, for you.
It is. And even with simple things like showing requests, or someone just maybe is driving by and sees one of our listings and
Yep.
pulls over and calls the number and says, "Hey, I'm here right now. Can I see the house?" And I may be 2 hours away. I may be traveling. I can literally within seconds, I can grab a Samson Properties agent to be there in a couple minutes. And I mean, it is literally magical. I
Yeah.
remember there was one time I was in Fairfax and I had 2 appointments back to back, and I had my phone rang, and it was one of my clients. She wanted to see a house in Stafford. And she's like, "I'm kind of here now, and I'm in front of the house." And I'm like, "Okay, I got this." So I jumped on the internal app and quickly, did a shout out. And I had, I think, 3 people within 5 minutes said,
That's
"Oh, I
great.
can do it. I could, I'm here. I can do it." And as an agent, I did not have those kinds of resources before.
Yeah.
The other thing I always say too to my clients is, look, if we bump into something unexpected and we need guidance, we need someone who's done maybe who's dealt with this before. I used to have maybe one broker to call. Now I have 30 plus brokers to call. So if that one person isn't available or doesn't really know, I mean, I can literally always find what I need within the company. And it
That's
just makes my life easier. It makes my clients' life easier.
Yeah.
So many benefits. And I also love the in-house title company, Cardinal
Oh,
Title
yeah.
Group. I have to tell you, I don't even think this happened. I had it's a good thing. Don't worry, it's a good thing.
Good story. Okay, good.
No, good. I just had, okay, first and foremost, I got an email from a gentleman from California, and he said, "My family and I have 2 houses in Northern Virginia. We are interviewing 5 agents. You're one of them to list both houses. We're going to pick one person for 2 houses." So somehow or other, I was best of 5, which is amazing.
There you go.
To Samson Properties as well.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you. So we signed both listing
Never a
agreements.
doubt, by the way. Never a doubt. We knew you'd win. But go ahead.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean, 1 in 5, that's amazing. That makes me like
Good odds. Or
I
not
know.
good odds. It's a good win by you. But
Really
go
good
ahead.
one. So anyway, listed both properties. One of the buyers selected an outside title company to use, and the buyer on the other house selected Cardinal Title Group, our internal title company. So in Virginia, for those of you who don't know, the buyers ultimately select their choice of settlement company or title company. So same sellers on both ends, different buyers, different title companies. Both houses had to go through probate. It was his mom who had passed, and him and his brothers were selling the homes. And first we settled on the house with the outside title company, and it did go through, closed. Everything seemed to be just fine. Then we sold the second house, and we came through Cardinal Title Group. And Cardinal Title Group dug further, did more research, and ultimately came back with, "Hey, probate wasn't done correctly. We need this, and this." which our sellers were able to do. And that closed. And then my seller turned around and said to us, I don't know how the other house closed. I don't think it was done correctly. And we're still in the process of going back now and fixing title issues that weren't correct on the other title company. So
Really?
truly, I never really saw the level of detail that Cardinal did versus maybe some other title companies. So I am a huge, huge, huge fan of our internal title company, Cardinal
That's a
Title
good
Group. They are phenomenal.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's a good story.
you
Thank
know,
you. And I think that sometimes that can get
yeah.
lost. And your clients seem like they had a great attitude about it, especially when they realized it was fixed. But sometimes when that
Mhm.
title company goes that extra step, it's like, oh, this is annoying. No, it's to protect you, to make sure. What we don't want is in 5 years, because somebody come back and be like, well, you didn't actually sell the house, or you didn't
Oh,
correctly
yeah.
buy the house, or the chain of title was broken. I mean, that's important stuff, So that's awesome that Cardinal was able to exceed the expectations and then probably help you fix that other one, because who knows, that could have been a problem 5 years from now for those
Oh,
people.
absolutely. The other thing I like for my clients about Cardinal Title Group is usually people come in to meet with me at the office and I'll walk them by I'll say, here's Cardinal Title Group right here. So if you want to come in and ask a question, you
Yeah.
can literally come in and talk to someone. Doesn't have to be all remote or hands off or a scary process for you. Like, come in, sit down, have a cup of coffee, get your questions answered. Everyone's here. If
Right.
you're nervous about wiring money, come in and sit next to Cardinal Title Group and do it in front of them. So
It's
it's
true.
just provides that level of support that, again, that Samson Properties is able to do with in-house title companies.
The
So
other thing that probably helps you, and I know that you work in a smaller bucket, but you do work. I mean, you just told a Fairfax and Stafford story. Is
yeah,
we have all these locations, and Cardinal shares those with us, so you can close wherever. And that helps you be,
yeah,
um, a great servant to your clients. If they're closing in Stafford, they don't want to drive to Alexandria. If they're in Fairfax, they don't want to drive wherever. So, you
yeah,
can
yeah,
give them
yeah.
a
I had a
location.
closing.
You know,
So Cardinal Title Group is in all of your offices, and I think I've maybe closed in four at this
oh
point.
wow, there
Yeah,
you go.
Gainesville, Fairfax.
You've
Yeah,
got,
so
you've got a chart in the back, and you're moving your way up on how many offices you've
I
closed.
know. Actually, it was funny. When I first joined, I was like, I'm going to visit one office every week. And then that didn't happen. I was so busy with working with my clients. I'm like, well, it'd be fun to do that. But eventually I'll probably get to see everything.
Go on the Donny Samson World Tour. It's super fun.
Right. Producer, if you'd like to put up slide number 4, let's talk a little bit about Samson Properties in the local market.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
where I have to brag a little bit, huh?
You need to. It's amazing.
We're doing okay. We're doing okay, and it's really because of people like you, Elizabeth, and some of the rock stars we have in our company. We've sold a few homes. Last year we sold, I think it was like 18,000 homes for 8.6 billion in sales, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was actually we were number one in Fairfax County in sales, more than any other company. We were number one in Northern Virginia, more than any other company.
That's insane.
I know. I should probably be more dramatic about that, huh?
Fairfax
Yeah.
County, number one. Let me just tell you, when I sit with my listing clients, I'm like, look, Samson Properties is number one in the county. We're like okay, I don't know if this is true, but we're like a sub-market within the market. We're so big, so powerful. I have never had this power before behind me to really, truly convey to my client. I love it.
It is pretty cool, and it's really cool because I the other day I pulled up some charts like where we were in 15 and 16, which we're still getting strong, but like kind of where we've gone market share route is pretty cool. So I think we're about 13% of all homes sold in Fairfax County, which is pretty amazing. Like 17% in Prince William County, and it's like 12% of everything in Northern Virginia is sold by Samson, which is pretty cool, when you step back and think about it. And we were number one in the state of Virginia and Bright MLS as well for home sales. So I'm really proud of that stuff. We were actually 18th in the country in volume.
18th in the country?
Yeah.
18th, and you're only in this
I know.
area?
We're really only about a 2-hour radius from where I sit.
Great.
From
It's so great. Yeah.
So it's we'll see how we do in 2024, but I think it's even getting better. So I'm being a little bit humble, but it is really cool, and it's a lot of great pros like you that are out there working hard, and our job is just to support you guys and help you shine. I think that you get to totals like this because of just so many great agents out there doing a great job for their clients, and us just trying to be there to support them. Like some of the things you've said, and the three agents that walked into your open house that day, and they looked at you and said, "Look,
Yeah.
this is a great place. You should consider working here." And then when somebody like you joins, five other people turn around. They go, "Hold on, wait a minute. Elizabeth Kline joined there?
Yeah.
I love Elizabeth." And it becomes a snowball on itself that I've just really been blessed to be a part of. And I think that I know we wanted to talk about company leadership, and I end up taking a lot of credit when it comes to this stuff. And it's not me. I have an amazing staff, and Sarah Mormon's my COO. I'm pointing over there because her office is next door. But Sarah Mormon's my COO, and she's been with us now 6 years, and she actually had a history of being in leadership at Long and Foster and Remax before she came to us, and she helps it all go for me. And I think that you can't provide the support you want to all the agents without great leaders, but great staff that help make it all go. I mean, we have 30 brokers you mentioned, and great admins, and we have an agent experience team that helps our realtors succeed. And we've got a great marketing team. And, if you want to dive into internet marketing more, then we'll help teach you. You want to dive into print marketing more, we'll help teach you. So I think that's really our goal as a brokerage, is to help you run your business in the way that you want to, and help serve your clients, and then have brokers here to help. Like the story you told before is, okay, this one got a little prickly. What do I do? Well, I've got brokers that can help you, and one of them was Jess. So it was great that you had a problem with a Jess deal. Not a problem, but some hiccups with a Jess deal. And Jess Miller's our broker manager in Alexandria. And, just having great people, great staff that help this grow is really cool. And sometimes I think I need to step back and smell the roses a little bit more, because looking at those graphics is pretty cool. You're right. And I am. I'm proud of that. And most people you sit at tables with, Elizabeth, probably don't realize it. So you probably pointed out, but I think we've become a little bit of a cool thing in Northern Virginia for sure.
And I want to bring it to a little bit more clarity into when Donnie's saying we offer support for our agents and trainings and whatnot. Just as a point of reference, I used to have maybe one training a month, and like a set one, and then maybe like 2 to 3 others would kind of come on the training calendar or the brokerage where I was before. And so now there's this little internal place I can go called the Cardinal Nest, and type it in, Cardinal Nest. And I can pull up the calendar of what's going on within Samson. And there's not only 1 to 3, but it's 1 to 3 a day.
Yeah.
A day. I look at this calendar and I'm going, oh my gosh, if I'm a brand new agent, I could literally I could be a powerhouse at the end of the month, because I can go to this training, this training, this training, this training, this every single day. And you're learning from, people teaching these classes are some of the leaders in the industry. And, we have Donnie has provided, Lynn Hamilton has been an incredible resource for me, even coming in with a lot of experience and knowledge. She is your full-time trainer.
Yeah, she's our lead trainer.
She's
Absolutely.
so good.
Everywhere.
I just don't understand. I don't understand why agents would go anywhere else. There's nothing I'm missing. It's crazy good. It's crazy good.
But it says a lot to you and the people watching the show out there that here you're successful and you sell a lot of homes, obviously, and you've built a great career that you're doing a fantastic job at. Mm-hmm. But you still are aware of what the education is, and you're willing to dive into it, because what you learn after you know it all, that's important, right? Like, never stop learning, and I think that this industry is always evolving, or there's always a new way or a new thing that we need to be on top of. And I think that gets lost in, well, you're a realtor. That's what you do. Yeah, but it changes all the time. And I think that's why it's important to have this education and great leaders in our company like you that are willing to say, look, I need the education too. If Elizabeth's in the class, then I should be in the class, right? So I think those things have been really cool. And, we've got like a pay it forward mantra here that's one of the things on our culture wall that is pay it forward, and I think a lot of our top realtors will do that. They will continue to dive in and help teach classes and help share their wisdom with others. And I think that that's invaluable. And, Elizabeth included on that list. We had a class the other day, and I pulled Elizabeth up to be a front spokesperson. I put her on the hot seat, and she did a great job. And that video has probably gotten over, 1,500, 2,000 views in the last month. And I think that stuff is invaluable to helping the others sharpen their iron, and iron sharpens iron. And we do really cool stuff. And I think it helps, like, Elizabeth, you and Kevin are regular attenders at our monthly lunch for top producers. And I think it's a great room to be in, because how do you learn more about what's going on in the industry than sitting in a room with other top producers and learning from each other? And I think that's invaluable, I think, when it comes to how we're all growing together. And frankly, I learn a lot in that room. I'm supposed to be in charge of the meeting, but I want to learn from the 50 top people that are out there talking to buyers and sellers every day. And that's how we stay sharp together, right? And I do the same thing. Last week, I was at a conference in DC and with industry CEOs and leaders all over the country. And it's because we all have to learn. Like, there's stuff going on in this industry every day that I need to learn, so that I can then make sure that I can be the best leader I can for our 6,000 agents.
Donnie, are you cloned? Because it is so, I ask that kind of seriously in this age of AI, because you're everywhere. Truly, you are. There's something important going on, you're there. And then later that night, you're there. And then the next day, you're doing 2 lunch and learns. And then you're at our training. It's you truly, you're a hard worker. You're humble. You're approachable. I click with this environment, and I think a lot of people do. And it's amazing. You're doing such a great job. I'm so proud to be at Samson Properties.
I appreciate that.
I absolutely love it. So, thank you for everything you do.
I get that joke sometimes. It makes me feel embarrassed, but I think it's important to be out there connecting, and I think that not only to learning, but to connect with all of our realtors, because I think it's important. You can't say you're one big happy family and then me go work from home in my office every day and fire out emails. I think I've got to be out there and connecting with people. So I put a lot of miles on my car, but it's a lot of fun, and people energize me. I'm not going to lie. There's times that I'm coming to the event, I'm like, oh, I'm exhausted. But the second I walk in, the people energize me, that they're our realtors and our family. And, I've got other events today I'm going to, and in one sense, we all get that sense of like, oh. But then I walk in the door, I'm like, this is amazing. Like, I don't ever want to leave. Like, I love it, engaging with everybody and learning and talking and all those things. So it can be tiring, but I love what I do. And I love being on the right side of trying to help people become better, and sell and provide for their families better and provide great service to their consumers better. And I think those things are what drive me every day. And when it comes to running a real estate company, I was a realtor for 14 years. I guess I'm still technically our principal broker, but I sold actively for 14 years and sold hundreds of homes. And I think doing it myself helped give me the perspective to, like, how can I help Elizabeth be the best agent she can be? What service, what would I want as a realtor? So I think that's what we try to get apart, me and Sarah and the rest of our leadership team try to get to our realtors every day, is like, our company is never about what's best for Samson. It's always about what's best for our realtors, so that they can do what's best for their consumers. And I think if we keep that at the forefront of what we're doing, we're going to continue to get a lot of wins and continue to grow into a company that people are proud to be a part of, like you. And that it means a lot. So I appreciate your kind words, Elizabeth. Thank you.
I mean it. I love it. I love Samson. I love Donnie. Love all the free lunches. Always free. Always free. Always food.
I'll tell you what, that's the way to attract realtors.
Right.
You throw out some breakfast or lunch, all of a sudden the people show up,
So, Donnie, you want to let people know how to contact you if they're interested in
absolutely.
More?
If you're interested in a career in real estate or want to learn more about Samson, all my information's up there. My email, my websites, samsonproperties.net is our public one. If you're a realtor and you want to join us, you can go to joinsamson.com, and my door is always open. I'd love to talk to anybody, on the phone, on Zoom, in person. I love people, so I love connecting. And if you've got questions about real estate, I'm here for you. If you're a current realtor out there, obviously I'd love to talk to you. But if you're a consumer out there and you really like what's going on with our company, call Elizabeth. She'll sell your house. If it's in an area she doesn't work, she'll find somebody great to refer it out to within our Samson family for sure. But I think that I'm just excited about what we're doing. I'm excited about being on this beautiful podcast with all these great graphics. I'm fired up. Don't be jealous when the Donny Samson podcast starts to take hold. It looks a lot like yours, if that's okay. Is all this copyrighted? But you got a great show here, and I was glad that I got to come spend some time talking to you about all that you do and how Samson Properties helps you do it a little bit.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much. And speaking of, if someone's here or in another area, of course, if you are in Tennessee or California and you have questions or you need a good agent in your area, please reach out. We will connect you with someone in your local area. So if you're buying or selling anywhere in the USA, call me at 703-829-LIST. Listwithelizabeth.com. Get lots of points. I'm loving this. Too much fun, Donnie. Too much fun.
She's trying to be focused and I'm messing around. Sorry. Yes.
I love it. See, this is what makes it fun.
That's a smart phone. I like that 829 list. That is
powerful, right?
It's good. You were on your marketing game early and you got that one. Sorry. You're trying to close the show and I'm complimenting your phone number.
Too much fun. See? Fun training. You like what you do, you like who you work with, it's going to be awesome. So like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. We will catch you all on the next show of List with Elizabeth. And tuning out for today, Donnie and Elizabeth.
Peace out.
When you're ready to sell your home, don't be silly and do it alone. You got to get Elizabeth on the phone or go to listwith